what if I could show you exactly how to get them to want you, get them to chase you, get them to need you, how to attract a specific person in your life without using manipulation, without using the dating tricks, without using reverse psychology. Exactly how to do it quicker, faster, and easier because you're not using forced manipulation or you're not trying too hard. I'm going to break down the science behind how to attract a specific person, get them to need you, want you, chase you, and I'm going to show you how you can do it quickly. My name is Jake with JakeDucey.com. If you haven't yet, I have a free success hypnosis. It's jakeshypnosis.com. There's a little pop-up. You can get it right over there. Or go to jakeshypnosis.com, or it is in the description right there down below. And it is pinned as the top comment right there down below. So let me know where in the world you're coming from. I'm in the Southwest of the United States. Love to hear what city, state, country, planet, galaxy you're coming from. And thanks for watching today's video. Now, the very first step is to stop repelling them. Often we want them, but we don't realize we're repelling them. And I know this quite well because I did both sides. Before I met my wife, I had a woman that I really liked and we were dating, but I didn't realize I was doing this and I actually pushed her away, and then she actually bailed and went with another guy, and I was really sad at the time and I didn't understand. Once I understood how to do this, I attracted my soulmate and it was a lot easier. So stop repelling. Now, let's say this is you here, and let's say this is the person that you want. It could be romance, or it could be business, it could be friendship, it could be, whatever. Well, here you are, and you want. You need. Well, every thought and emotion that we have is actually sending a telepathic signal to everybody unconsciously. So there is an unconscious energy exchange. Most people don't know that this even exists. But when you really want or need someone, or you won't be happy, they can pick up on this unconscious energy exchange and they actually become repelled from you and they push away. They don't even understand why. That's exactly why you'll see someone that is very attractive and they couldn't get that person. And maybe they're awesome, they're really smart, they're really cool, but they just get freaking nervous and they couldn't get them. And then somebody else, maybe they even use like some manipulation and dating techniques, they got them. They're less accomplished, they're less smart, they're less funny, and they're far less attractive. There's an unconscious exchange that makes you want somebody or makes you push away from somebody. So we have to stop repelling. Now, the way that we stop repelling is very, very simple. The first step is we have to stop needing. You will attract the person that you want as soon as you make a conscious choice that you do not need anyone and you don't even want anyone anymore. You don't even have the conscious desire that it doesn't exist and you need it, because you finally got to the place where you're like, you know what, I'm going to be happy. That was what happened to me after I had that big heartbreak and I was all sad and I tried to get them back, which was, again, want, need, energy transfer. She does what? She runs away. Run. Yeah, but please, come on, can we just talk? No, I'm running away even more now. It would have been better if I did the opposite, but then I would have never met my wife. So the first step is to stop needing. You're good enough. Comment that down below. I am good enough. Comment that down below. I'm good enough. So what I did is I finally, once she ran away so far, quite literally to another country, she moved to another country. Oh, man. And what I did is I was like, all right, clearly I think I need this person because something's not working inside of me. Something's not right inside of me. Okay, well, let's look at it. Well, I don't have any money. I'm not very successful. I'm obviously very insecure and I don't want to be alone. So how do I need to flip that? I need to be happy. I can't rely on somebody else to complete me. And if I do, even if you meet that person, it's a codependent relationship and it sucks. And it's not in the highest and best good. And so I decided I was going to be happy with who I am. Now, this being happy with who I am totally crosses out this need energy. And then I started going to the gym every day, working on my business. I got my first big breakthroughs. My career started finally kicking off. I got my first TEDx talk. I got my first book deal with Penguin Random House. It had been a year or two. I wasn't even trying to date anyone. Everything was just, and I had all these options that started showing up. And that was the first shift. Now, in order to get that type of shift to occur, you have to remove energy weight. And if you're with me, I spelled weight wrong, whatever. If you're with me right now, actually I spelled it right. If you're with me right now, give me a comment down below. You can hit the like button on this. This is very important stuff. Like if you're struggling with this, please make sure you keep watching this video. And if you haven't yet, get my free success hypnosis. That's the quickest way to start to shift your vibe into this place of power and confidence where you're no longer putting everything on a pedestal and I want and I need. All of a sudden, people become magnetized to you. So you can get it for free. It's right there down below, jakeshypnosis.com. It's free. So you have to remove the energy weight because all communication and all desire is really emotion. And what is emotion? Energy and motion. So you have to change your energy or have a higher vibration in order to start to no longer be repelling the things that you want into your life. Now, the way that you do this is very simple. But simple isn't always easy. Childhood trauma. The only thing that holds our energy down is childhood trauma. The childhood trauma that we inherited that makes us believe we aren't good enough and we aren't smart enough and we aren't this and that and we aren't that enough. And instead of dealing with that, we eat. Instead of dealing with that, we get addicted to the television. Instead of dealing with that, we get addicted to relationships because we don't want to be alone. So we get in recyclable relationships where we're trying to get the dopamine and serotonin, but we're getting it out of a place of void, so they're recyclable, meaning we just keep racing through the next one and racing through the next one and racing through the next one. So your childhood trauma. Now, once you identify where the void is within yourself, you can love yourself. You can forgive yourself. You can forgive that maybe your thing is anger. Maybe your thing is sadness. Maybe your thing is depression. But once you go into that place, instead of avoid it, doesn't mean you have to solve the whole thing. Just becoming aware of it makes it so it has a less strong electrical charge. And once it has a less strong electrical charge, your frequency starts to raise. So here you are right now. That's you. Childhood trauma. Next is goals, purpose, health. While you are waiting for your soulmate to come, you do the inner work. And then, what are your goals? Clearly define your goals, clearly define your purpose, and clearly define your health goals. Start working on those things, because when you meet them in aisle 7 of the grocery store and they drop the can of beans, if this is crappy still, and this is crappy still, and this is crappy still, what are you going to say to them? The reverse psychology and psychological manipulation tactics to make someone, they only last for so long. They can get you in the bed, but they can't get you to stay. And at some point, we want more than that. So we need these three things, and we have to start working on these things. Clearly define your goals, your purpose, and your health. So this is what I started working on. Clearly defining my goals. Okay, I wanted to get my first book published. I wanted to start making a couple $1,000s a month when I was early in my career and get going and have stable income. Found my purpose, working on my health, have a gym regimen. So then you are attracting someone at the same frequency as you. And you don't need them now, because now you're getting fulfillment from these three areas of your own life. So then what starts to happen is this, is that you're down here, old energy, trauma, alone, angry, whatever it is. But now you've made the next steps up. Now you're starting to feel more confident. Now you're making the next step up. You are comfortable, alone. This is a visual ladder or a visual staircase of different general emotional states that we live in. The way to get that person is to start climbing up the stairs. And then, now, your vibration has raised. Once your vibration has officially raised, you look at it like this. Here you are, and here's the person that you want. But now, you're on the same frequency as them. You're no longer down here saying, hey, please take me. I could really use you. I'm going to be a little worse without you. And what has happened is, if you go back to the conscious energy exchange that is occurring between two people, now the conscious energy exchange, these are hearts, is positive. Now they want you because you have goals, you have purpose, you have health, you've removed energy weights, you feel light, you feel like when they leave, after they're with you, they feel up, not down, or stagnant, or the same. They feel like you don't need them, not in the way where you're tricking them, but you don't need them. And that's what happens. So what happened to me was, I started doing this, and then I got a phone call, from a friend who's a mentor of mine, and it was his 70th birthday, a bunch of old farts for their 70th birthday, and he's like, hey, you need to come to this thing. And I'm like, well, there's a bunch of old farts, and like, you're pretty old, and it's far, and it was in Santa Barbara. I lived in San Diego. It's like 4, 5, 6 hours, depending on traffic. I'm not going to go. He says, well, my friend has a cute daughter, and she lives out of state. She's only here for one day. Super cute. You're going to like her. I go to this party. As soon as I walk into the room, he pushes us together, and I'm like, hi. And he's like, you two are the only 20-year-olds here, whatever, 22-year-olds here, meet each other. And that was how I met Ashley. And at the time, I was so focused on this stuff, it had an attractive factor where she really wanted me. And you know, me, like, I had some other kind of girls I was talking to a little, so it was like, you know, like, we'll see. And it wasn't like I was tricking her. It was that the unconscious energy exchange had shifted, and I wasn't in a place where I was like, oh, girl, I need girl, hey, girl, hey. I wasn't in that place anymore. And especially today, with pornography, with all the women and all the men with their shirts off on there, what happens is we get into a desirous state where we're like, oh, and we don't realize it happens very much so with young men. They don't realize they are pushing away the thing that they want because they're in a desirous energy and they're trying to fill a void within themselves. Love and romance, even with the most amazing person, will never fill the void inside of yourself. It's not two halves make a whole. It's two wholes make a bigger whole. So if you enjoyed this video, make sure that you hit the like, subscribe, bell notification. I have a free success hypnosis. It's jakeshypnosis.com. It's in the comments, pinned as the top comment, and in the description right there down below, or you can click the pop-up. This is one of the most important things that you can do, because once you're in that place and you've reprogrammed your subconscious mind and you go on a date and you show up at the date and you're like, you just have that vibe. You're like, why is your vibe so good? You're like, well, I've been doing my affirmations and I'm looking to my success hypnosis, and you don't actually say that right away. Or maybe you can if now you're the one in the position of making a decision. You can test them a little. Be like, what are your goals? What's your purpose in life? Do you go to the gym? Right? And now you can find a match or have the match come to you instead of settling, because you've raised your level of standards, not in an arrogant way. You've raised your level of standards because you've raised who you are. So now you're from a different vantage point. And one of the best ways to do that is to start by reprogramming your subconscious, because that shifts the unconscious energy exchange that takes place in your favor. So you can get it for free if you click right there down below. If you enjoyed this video, give me a comment down below that says I'm with you. If this speaks to you, make sure you watch this one again. This might be the video that helps you finally attract the perfect person in your life and moves you into an entirely different way of dating and love and romance. So make sure you watch this again. You can click right over here to watch another video.